So the quarterfinal draw happened just about over maybe like an hour ago or whatever. And you can see the lineups there and what the semifinal things is. We're gonna break this down piece by piece. First game that I want to talk about: Arsenal, Bayern Munich. This is interesting because Arsenal is actually a pretty tough squad, and they're actually they can compete with anybody. Bayern Munich, who's right now on a downward spiral, downward trajectory, they honestly got through because they were playing Lazio, So this is going to be an interesting matchup, but I'm going to give this win to Arsenal. I think the Arsenal is going to be enough to put up there, go to the semifinals. Um, and then the next games here. I want to talk about Atletico Madrid versus uh, Borussia Dortmund. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Atletico Madrid, just because Borussia Dortmund right now is struggling. I think they're struggling in the Bundesliga. Another the same thing with Lazio or whatever that I talked about Bayern Munich. I think that Borussia Dortmund isn't good enough to compete with Atletico, even though Atletico is missing Antoine Griezmann. But I still think that it's enough. They still got a decent squad, so I'm just gonna go with Atletico Madrid. So the first semifinal, I have Atletico Madrid taking on Arsenal. So let's talk about the second set. Barcelona PSG. Interesting move, interesting game here. PSG able to move forward. So as of right now, I haven't come out with my new PSG 2024 making fun of them video. Unfortunately, hopefully, if they lose to Barcelona, that I'm going to do a video on that. If they get knocked out by Barcelona in the two legs. So, but all kidding aside, Kylian Mbappe. Let's see. In my opinion, this is where PSG I feel like could pull something off and could go to the final and could win the entire thing. This is they just gotta beat up. They gotta beat either Manchester City or Real Madrid, which I'll get to in a second. Um, but Kylian Mbappe, can he lead this team to beat up on Barcelona, who's just so bad this season? Again, their competition in the Champions League, Napoli was just as bad, so they were able to go through regardless. So we'll see how that goes. But I'm going to give the win to PSG. They're the better. Even though that organization, that team may be a mess, especially Kylian Mbappe being a little diva right now. He will, um, you know, lead PSG to a win. And then the final game I want to talk about, of course, Real Madrid taking on Manchester City. I feel like UEFA has it out for Real Madrid, y'all. Because the Super League is going to be a thing. This game could have been saved for maybe a semifinal, maybe a final, but they got it to the quarterfinal. As much as it hurts, and as much as I am a realist, and y'all can disagree with me all you want, but it'll be Manchester City taking on or moving on. I feel like if this was Manchester City with no Kevin De Bruyne, maybe Real Madrid has a chance, but Real Madrid just has too many injuries to compete. With Manchester City on both games. Like maybe if it was one game, I would give the game to Real Madrid, but it's two games. And the first game is going to be in the Santiago Bernabeu. The second game will be in England. So it's going to be like last year, y'all, where Real Madrid played decent at home. They drew up at home, and, all these people were feeling high, and then they get smashed in England. So I'm going to give, over the two legs, I'm going to give this to Manchester City. So again, I've been watching Manchester City, and yes, they've been inconsistent at times, but it's Pep Guardiola, and Pep Guardiola somehow has Real Madrid's number at times. I don't forget the Barcelona, the Barcelonas. When he was with Barcelona, just beating up on Real Madrid. He made a career of that. So, and he did it last year as well. And he did it also in England. 2 years ago. But so here's the semifinal draw. Um, you know, the matchups will be, I think, quarterfinal one taking on quarterfinal three, or quarterfinal two taking on quarterfinal four. I think. Again, refer to the image there. So for the likely thing. So the semifinals will be Arsenal taking on Atletico, and Manchester City taking on PSG. Um, on both sides, I'm gonna go Arsenal. Taking on beating Atletico. I feel like they again Arsenal. Atletico only have Griezmann, and Griezmann is right now injured, and who knows if Griezmann will be back in time. But we'll see. Atletico is scrappy, but they've had a little bit of a losing streak in the La Liga recently without Griezmann. Um, and then PSG taking on Manchester City. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go Manchester City. I think Manchester City, again, still the better squad, still the better team over PSG. PSG right now, being childish as well. And again, I'll talk about that if PSG gets knocked out by Barcelona at some point. But PSG get beat up by Manchester City, setting up a an English final. Manchester City taking on Arsenal. And I think Manchester City is going to repeat. We're going to have our first repeat champion since Real Madrid did it back in. Well, they did it. They did it three-peat. They did it three times in a row. So it's going to be the first time in uh 6 or 7 years, I think. I have to double check that. No, 5 years. 5, 6 years that we're gonna have a back-to-back champion. So let me know what you guys think about my breakdown. Do you think that I'm giving some of these teams more credit? Should I give other teams more credit? Let me know in the comments. So the guys, keep it real. See you guys next time. Peace.